Hello everyone, my name is Janet A. Pitogo. I'm your math teacher this morning. I'm so excited to get to know all of you and work together to achieve your academic success. So, what you're waiting for? Get pen, notebook, and listen to me attentively. Before we start our class, I have an activity. And this activity is about identify the conic section of the following non-generated conic. Figure number 1. What is this type of conic section? Yes, you great! This section is parabola. Nice! How about this one? Yes, that is circle. Again, circle. How about in figure number 3? Again? Yes, great job. This is ellipse. Again, everybody, ellipse. How about our last figure? This one. Again, this is hyperbola. Okay, great job. Let's give yourself a round of applause. Great job. Now, there are 4 types of conic sections. What are those? Okay, so we have parabola, circle, ellipse, and last one is hyperbola. Did you know what are the standard form of each sections? And did you know how to identify the graph of the equations and write the equation in standard form? Okay, so that questions will be answered if you finish this video. So let's start. There are 4 types of conic sections. The first one is circle. The second one is ellipse. The fourth one is parabola. And last is what? Yes, it's hyperbola. Then the first type of conic section is circle. The standard form of circle is x squared divided by a squared plus y squared divided by a squared is equal to 1. Yes. And ellipse these are the standard form. X squared divided by a squared plus y squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a is greater than b and b is greater than 0. Next is x squared divided by a squared plus y squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where b is greater than a and a is greater than 0. Now, the standard form of our third section, which is parabola, are the following. X squared is equal to ay, where a is greater than 0. X squared is equal to ay, where a is less than 0. Y squared is equal to ax, where a is greater than 0. And y squared is equal to ax, where a is less than 0. So these are the standard form of our parabola. Now let's proceed for hyperbola. Now the standard form of the hyperbola are the following. First, x squared divided by a squared minus y squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a is less than 0 and b is less than 0. Now, the next is y squared divided by a squared minus x squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a is less than 0 and b is less than 0. Now, let's proceed. A quadratic equation in the variable x and y has the form. Yes, it has a form. So that form is this one. We have ex squared plus 2bxy plus cy squared plus bx plus ey plus f is equal to 0, where a, b, c, d, e, and f are real numbers. The graph of equation is a conic section. A curve so named because of it is obtained by intersecting a plane with a right circular cone and has two planes. So in figure A, it shows that a plane cuts and resulting the intersection is a circle, ellipse, parabola, or hyperbola. So take a look. This is how it looks like if we cut two planes. So these are, in figure A, these are the non-generated conic section. Now, the non-generated conic sections are said to be in standard form. Here are the conic sections in standard form. First is circle, standard form of the circle. Next is ellipse. So we have x squared divided by a squared plus y squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a is greater than b and b is greater than 0. So this is how it looks like. How about if b is greater than to a and a is greater than to b? Yes, this is looks like also. Okay, now let's proceed for parabola. Now in parabola, this is how it looks like if the parabola is in standard position. This is how it looks like if x squared is equal to a, where a is greater than 0, and x squared is equal to a y, where a is less than 0, and y squared is equal to ax, where a is greater than 0, and y squared is equal to ex, where a is less than 0. And now, this is looks like if the hyperbola in the standard position. So here, as you can see, x squared divided by a squared minus y squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a is greater than 0 and b is greater than 0. This looks like. Okay. How about if y squared divided by b squared minus x squared divided by b squared is equal to 1, where a and b is greater than 0. Yes, this is look like. Now, you can see the conic section in the standard form. Now, let's proceed to identify the graph of the given equation. We're going to identify the graph given the equations. Okay, for the number 1, so we have 4x squared plus 25y squared minus 100 is equal to 0. So now, let's go to rewrite our equations. Now, in rewriting our given equations, this is looks like. So we have 4 divided by 100x squared plus 25 divided by 100y squared is equal to 100 divided by 100. Now, let's simplify this equation. Now, to simplify that equation, this is the result. X squared divided by 25 plus y squared divided by 4 is equal to 1. So, whose graph is an ellipse in the standard form? So, from this equation, we already identified that this equation is an ellipse. Yes, this is an ellipse in the standard position where a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 2. Thus, the x-intercept are 5 and 2, and negative 5 and 2, and y-intercepts are 0 and 2, and 0 and negative 2. Okay, great job. How about for the next equation? What type of conic section this one? So the given is 9y squared minus 4x squared is equal to negative 36. So same process with number 1. We're going to rewrite the equation. Now in writing the equation, this looks like. So we have x squared divided by 9 plus y squared divided by 4 is equal to 1. It says that the graph is hyperbola. Yes, it's hyperbola in the standard position where a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 2. The x-intercept are 3 and 0 and negative 3 and 0. How about for the next equations? What type of conic section is this one? So we have x squared plus 4y minus 0. Now, so we are going to rewrite the given equations as x squared minus 4y. It says that the graph is parabola in the standard position. Yes, this is parabola in standard position, where a is equal to negative 4 and it's open downward. How about this equation? Y squared is equal to 0. So, in every point satisfying the given equations must have a y coordinate equal to 0. Thus, the graph of this equation consists of all points of the x-axis. How about this equation? X squared plus 9 y squared plus 9 is equal to 0. Now we are going to rewrite. So rewrite the equations. So we have x squared plus 9y squared is equal to negative 9. What type of conic section these equations? Okay, it includes that there are no points in the plane whose coordinates satisfy the equations. The last example, this one. X squared plus y squared is equal to 0. What type of conic section is this one? So, the only point satisfying the equation is that the origin 0, 0. So the graph of this equation is a single point consisting of origins. Okay, next, turn on to study the conic section whose graph are not in standard position. So we're going to identify if the graph is not in the standard position. So the equation of the iconic section whose graph in standard position do not contain xy term, that is called cross product term. Again, that is cross product term. If the standard position do not contain any xy term. If a cross product terms appear in the equations, the graph is conic section that has been rotated from its standard position. See the equation A. Also, notice that none of the equation in figure B contain an x squared term, an x term, or y squared term and an y term. If either these cases occurs and there is no xy term in the equations, so the graph is a conic section that has been translated from its standard position. So I'll take a look in figure B. Yes. On the other hand, if an xy term is present, the graph is a conic section has been rotated and possibly also translated in figure C. Now, how to identify the non-generated conic section whose graph is not in the standard position? The following are the steps to identify a non-generated conic section whose graph is not in standard position. Step 1. If a cross product term is presented in the given equation, rotate the xy coordinate axis by means of the orthogonal linear transformation so that in the resulting equation, the xy terms no longer appears. Step 2. If any xy term is not presented in the given equation, but an squared term and an x term or y squared term or an y term appeared, translated the xy coordinate axis by completing the square so that the graph of the resulting equation will be standard position with respect to the origin of the new coordinate system. Thus, if an xy terms occur in a given equation, first rotate the x-coordinate axis and then, if necessary, translated the rotation axis. In the next example, we will deal with case recording on the translation. Now, next example is we're going to identify and sketch the graph of the given equations. So we have this equation number 1. So we have x squared minus 4y squared plus 6x plus 16y minus 23 is equal to 0. So also, we are going to write the equation in standard form. Since there is no cross product term, we only need to translate the axes, completing the squares in the xy term and the y term. So we have x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 4 times y squared minus 4y plus 4 minus 23 is equal to 9 minus 16. So completing the square, so we have x plus 3 squared minus 4 times y minus 2 squared. So is equal to 23 plus 9 minus 16. The answer is 16. The x prime is equal to x plus y and y prime is equal to y minus 2. So we can rewrite the equations as this follows. So we have x prime squared minus 4y prime squared is equal to 16. So in the standard form is this one. X prime squared divided by 16 minus y prime squared divided by 4 is equal to 1. And now, if we translate the xy coordinate system to the x prime, y prime coordinate system, whose origin at negative 3, then negative 3 and 2, then the graph of the equation is hyperbola in standard position with respect to the x prime, y prime coordinate system. So, take a look in figure C. So, as you can see, this is how it looks like if the parabola is in standard position. Now next is we're going to identify the conic section given this equation is shown. So take a look. This is how we identify the conic section. So we have lambda 1 and lambda 2 both non-zero, where lambda 1 and lambda 2 is greater than 0. So that is ellipse. Now, if lambda 1 and lambda 2 is less than 0, so that is hyperbola. Now, if exactly one of the lambda 1 and lambda 2 is 0, so that is parabola. Now, before we proceed our next activity, I want you to ask questions. How are the conic sections of the linear algebra applied in real life? How? Okay, in linear algebra, conic sections are applied through the matrix representations, allowing for the analysis, manipulations of their properties using tools like eigenvalues and transformations to identify classified sections like ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola from the general quadratic equation without needing the standard form conversion. However, this metric approach simplifies the identification of the conic section features enables application in areas such as orbital mechanics, satellite dish design, sound ranging, and computer graphs, where these curves are fundamental for modeling physical phenomena and design instruction. Next is, I want you to answer this one. So your task is you're going to identify the graph of the equations. Now, are you done? If you are done, now let's check your answer. Please, can you check your answer? think your answer is same with me? So this is my answer. Wow, that's great. Your answer and my answer are the same. Great job. Give yourself a big hand. And we are done. Thank you for listening and patience with me. So again, thank you so much and goodbye everyone.